Thank you very much. Thank you. Today, Israel takes a big step towards peace. Israel is a light unto the world. The hearts and history of our people are woven together. The land of Israel is an ancient home, a sacred place of worship, and a solemn promise to the Jewish people that we will never again repeat history's darkest hour. During my trip to Israel, I also met with Palestinian President Abbas in Bethlehem. I was saddened by the fate of the Palestinian people. They deserve a far better life. They deserve the chance to achieve their extraordinary potential. Palestinians have been trapped in a cycle of terrorism, poverty, and violence, exploited by those seeking to use them as pawns to advance terrorism and extremism. Forging peace between Israelis and Palestinians may be the most difficult challenge of all. All prior administrations, from President Lyndon Johnson, have tried and bitterly failed. But I was not elected to do small things or shy away from big problems. It's been a long and very arduous process to arrive at this moment. On Sunday, I delivered to Prime Minister Netanyahu my vision for peace, prosperity, and a brighter future for Israelis and Palestinians. This vision for peace is fundamentally different from past proposals. My vision presents a win-win opportunity for both sides, a realistic two-state solution that resolves the risk of Palestinian statehood to Israel's security. Today, Israel has taken a giant step toward peace. Yesterday, Prime Minister Netanyahu informed me that he is willing to endorse the vision as the basis for direct negotiations, and I will say the general also endorsed, and very strongly, with the Palestinians, a historic breakthrough. This is an unprecedented and highly significant development. Mr. Prime Minister, thank you for having the courage to take this bold step forward. Under this vision, Jerusalem will remain Israel's undivided, very important, undivided capital. Therefore, it is only reasonable that I have to do a lot for the Palestinians, or it just wouldn't be fair. I want this deal to be a great deal for the Palestinians. It has to be. Today's agreement is a historic opportunity for the Palestinians to finally achieve an independent state of their very own. After 70 years of little progress, this could be the last opportunity they will ever have. The Palestinian people have grown distrustful after years of unfulfilled promises, so true. Yet I know they are ready to escape their tragic past and realize a great destiny. But we must break free of yesterday's failed approaches. This map will more than double the Palestinian territory and provide a Palestinian capital in eastern Jerusalem, where America will proudly open an embassy. Strong measures are taken to ensure that all Muslims who wish to visit peacefully and pray at the Al-Aqsa Mosque will be able to do so. This is a major statement. This is of major importance, and at the same time, our vision will deliver massive commercial investment of $50 billion into the new Palestinian state. You have many, many countries that want to partake in this. Over the next 10 years, if executed well, 1 million great new Palestinian jobs will be created. Their poverty rate will be cut in half, and their poverty rate is unacceptable now and only getting worse. Their GDP will double and triple, and much needed hope, joy, opportunity, and prosperity will finally arrive for the Palestinian people. Our vision will end the cycle of Palestinian dependency upon charity and foreign aid They will be doing phenomenally all by themselves. They are a very, very capable people. To ensure a successful Palestinian state, we are asking the Palestinians to meet the challenges of peaceful coexistence. President Abbas, I want you to know that if you choose the path to peace, America and many other countries, we will be there. We will be there to help you in so many different ways, and we will be there every step of the way. We will be there to help. There are many Muslims who never visited Al-Aqsa, and many Christians and Jews who never visited the holy sites in the West Bank described so vividly in the Bible. My vision will change that. Our majestic biblical heritage will be able to live, breathe, and flourish in modern times. All humanity should be able to enjoy the glories of the Holy Land. This part of the world is forever connected to the human soul and the human spirit. These ancient lands should not be symbols of conflict, but eternal symbols of peace. Together, we can bring about a new dawn in the Middle East.
Mr. President, I believe that down the decades, and perhaps down the centuries, we will also remember January 28th, 2020. And on this day, you too have charted a brilliant future for Israelis, Palestinians, and the region by presenting a realistic path to a durable peace. You have been the greatest friend that Israel has ever had in the White House. From our very first meeting here in the White House 3 years ago, you repeatedly made clear your commitment to help Israel achieve peace with the Palestinians and peace with the rest of the Arab world. You repeatedly made clear your commitment to help Israel achieve peace with the Palestinians and peace with the rest of the Arab world.
And I'm very happy to be here with Jared Kushner, senior advisor to President Trump, and a very influential member of the White House staff. It's amazing how many very important topics you're touching right now. Middle East peace, the Middle East peace process.
What I'll say about that is, when my father-in-law asked me to work on this project, the Middle East peace process, I mean, it's about as tough of a problem set as you can get. And so we've taken, I think, an unconventional approach. We've studied, all the different past efforts and how they failed and why they failed. And there's been some tremendous work done by the people who have worked on this before us. So we've tried to do it a little bit differently. Normally they start with a process and then hope that the process leads to a resolution for something they have been able to resolve for a long time. What we've done is the opposite. We've done very extensive research and a lot of talking to a lot of the people. We're not trying to impose our will. I think the document you'll see, which is a very detailed proposal, is something we created by engaging with a lot of people from the region and people who have worked on this in the past. And I hope that it's a very comprehensive vision for what can be if people are willing to make some hard decisions. And so we started with a proposed solution, and then we'll work on a process to try to get there.
Does it include?
TV7 Israel News is made possible thanks to your generous donations. Shalom, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, Palestinian Islamists launched a barrage of rockets from the Gaza Strip toward Israeli territory late last night, prompting an Israeli retaliatory strike against Hamas positions in the jihadist-plagued Gaza Strip. Israeli right police dispersed dozens of Muslim worshippers after they held a procession on the Temple Mount, during which they called for an Islamic jihad for the so-called liberation of Jerusalem. Turkey and the Islamic Republic of Iran are championing the international opposition to the so-called deal of the century in response to calls by the Islamist Hamas organization to unite the Muslim world in confronting both the United States and Israel. In related news, southern Israel, the area on the border of the Gaza Strip, the West Bank districts of Judea and Samaria, as well as Jerusalem, continue to be on high alert. Early this morning, a few dozen Muslim worshippers began marching in a procession on the Temple Mount while chanting Islamic war slogans. The procession occurred after the weekly prayers at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Israeli riot police immediately entered the Temple Mount and dispersed the marchers. Police confirmed to TV7 that calm has been restored to the ancient compound, where both biblical temples once stood. Meanwhile, the Islamist Hamas organization called on the Arab and Islamic world to join forces in confronting the United States and Israel. In a letter sent to the global Islamic leadership by Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh, he reminded the Islamic nation's role and responsibility to defend what he refers to as Palestine in accordance with Islamic law, which forbids non-Muslims from controlling lands that were once under Islamic rule. According to the Islamist leader's top advisor and predecessor, Khalid Mash'al, Hamas has already started working on forming a united front against the American initiative.
نحن بدأنا العمل ولسنا في مرحلة انتظار أو ترقب، لأننا نعلم خطورة هذه الصفقة، وبالتالي بدأنا العمل، بدأنا تحشيد قوانا، التواصل لتوحيد الصف الفلسطيني، التفاهم على استراتيجياتنا لمواجهة هذه الخطوة. نحن نملك أوراق قوة كبيرة على رأسها عدالة قضيتنا، نحن أصحاب الحق، نحن متجذرون في أرضنا، لا يستطيع الاحتلال أن يخرجنا من أرضنا، لا في الضفة ولا في القدس ولا في غزة ولا في 48.
While numerous Arab states voiced support for the American-brokered peace initiative, Turkey and the Islamic Republic of Iran are championing the international opposition to the so-called deal of the century. In Ankara, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan declared his country's vehement rejection, declaring that it will never accept a plan that leaves Jerusalem in the hands of Israel.
Bu planla işgal edilen Filistin topraklarının ilhakı amaçlanıyor. Türkiye olarak görünürde iki devletli çözümü kabul eden ama esasta Filistin'i tümüyle yok eden ve Kudüs'ü tamamen gasp eden bu planı asla tanımıyor ve kabul etmiyor. Kudüs'ü tümüyle İsrail'in kanlı pençelerine terk etmek sadece orada yaşayan Müslümanlara ve Hristiyanlara değil, tüm insanlığa yapılmış en büyük kötülük olacak.
Meanwhile, in Tehran, the top advisor of the Iranian Supreme Leader declared the Islamic Republic's unwavering commitment to the Palestinian cause, which the Ayatollah regime views as the top priority of the Islamic world.
تردید جمهوری اسلامی ایران ساکت نخواهد نشست. مردم ایران به رهبری مقام معظم رهبری همچنان مسئله اول جهان اسلام رو فلسطین میدونن و هر کاری که لازم باشه انجام میدن، از جمله مشورت با کشورهای مختلف عربی که همچنان به قضیه فلسطین پایبند.
Has spoken with me yesterday in the night. The Lord did speak with me. I was seated on a chair reading the Bible, and as I sat on that chair reading the Bible, then the Lord stole me away in a sleep, and then he spoke with me about what is about to befall the earth, what is going to happen to the earth. Now, I see a military aircraft, these very sophisticated strike aircrafts, like the F-35s. Yes, I see with bombs, even the front part, the many bombs that are under the aircraft, because the Lord made the aircraft fly above me like this, and is headed in that direction. So it's very, very sophisticated. The F-35s, I see a tremendous war that is coming. And I have a feeling that the Iran nuclear war that I've been prophesying since the year 2005 is about to take place again. Since September 27, 2005, from Mbeya, Tanzania, when the Lord spoke to me at Mbeya, Tanzania, about this tremendous war, the nuclear war that is going to take place, the Iran nuclear war, when there will be two missiles that strike the nuclear facility that is at the foot of a mountain in the desert. And so, and since then, I think that's Natanz Nuclear Center, something like that. But anyway, in Iran. Now again, this past night, when I was sitting down on a seat, reading the Bible, and then that time the Lord steals me away, and He shows me these strike aircrafts, the F-35, the top one, the stealth fighters, the ones that can evade radar. It's flying, and as it was taking off, the Lord made the plane take off over me like this, so I can see under the aircraft. There's so many bombs it's loaded with. So the earth is sitting right now at the brink of a major war. I'm announcing here that I have seen a major war come to the earth. It's going to be a serious war to resolve this nuclear controversy, nuclear crisis that has been protracted over many years. Iran versus the rest. It looks like they send out strike aircrafts, and two, because I see their the copper tails of those bombs, two of them. The copper tails are spinning anti-clockwise. And then they strike this nuclear facility in Iran. And the fire that explodes from there goes as far as the east can go and as far as the west is. And small flames that go almost up into heaven, up very high into the sky. And the reason I use nuclear is because I see the small little flames within the big historic fire the earth has never seen before. And so we are sitting on the verge of a very major conflict. And yesterday, the Lord now showed me these stealth fighters. Only the U.S. and Israel have this type of aircraft. And it flies above me, and I see it headed that way. So there is going to be a serious situation come to the earth. The earth is sitting on the verge of a major meltdown, a major war. And remember, in that war, Israel must always win. So, again, I've seen the strike aircraft live with bombs in that direction. So the earth is sitting again on a major landmark that scores a very important point towards the glorious coming of the Messiah. We are all aware that nobody knows the day or the hour, and so I have always been very hesitant to locate that war on the prophetic timeline of the Lord.